Today we're going to look at the plot of the story Rent Party Jazz. You guys have all seen this mini poster before. I'm going to go over it really quickly and then get to some plot for the story. So we look at the plot as like a roller coaster that goes up and down, or a mountain. I think we did a worksheet that said plot mountain. The 5 parts of the plot are the story information, the rising action, the climax, the falling action, and the resolution. So the story information includes the characters, the setting, and the conflict. And we talked about what that word conflict means. It should be written in your reading journals. And if you remember, conflict means problem. So the story information is the beginning of the story. You figure out who the characters are, what the setting of the story is, and what's the main problem in the story. Okay. The rising action are the events that lead to the climax. Those are the parts, okay, we know what the problem is, and these are some things that happen after that before the big moment. The climax is the conflict at a turning point, the problem at its biggest moment in the story. This is when the action starts being solved, kind of. We've got a problem, we're leading up to it, here are all the things about the problem, and then something happens that's a turning point that helps with the conflict or problem. And then after the problem is solved, the falling action are the events that lead to solving the conflict. So those are the things that happen as we solve the problem. And then the resolution is at the end of the story. The resolution is the conclusion, or how the conflict is solved. These 5 parts are always in the order of the story. So if I were to give you mixed up pieces of story, if I were to give you 5 mixed up pieces of story, and if you put them in the right order, then you would have the plot in the right order. Right. So remember these pieces as you look at plot questions for the story Rent Party Jazz on the next couple slides.